Hey, remember when I talked about Sword and Shield and everyone hated me? And then I talked about the Isle of Armor and everyone still hated me? Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the Crown Tundra. Seems like a waste of time. I'm going to talk about something simple. We're going to talk about water, because no one hates on... You're actually booing water?
Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yes, we are back in the Galar region with more adventures ahead of us. Last time we had a look at the Isle of Armor, which was the first part of the new DLC, and overall it was a nice first look at the implementation of DLC in a Pokemon game, but it wasn't anything groundbreaking. However, it added just enough to keep us occupied until the release of what was expected to be the main attraction, the Crown Tundra. Pokemon fans were eagerly waiting to see if the Crown Tundra could truly top the Isle of Armor, and it was looking promising with what was revealed from the addition of another 100 plus returning Pokemon to the addition of legendary Pokemon both old and new. So let's have a look at the Crown Tundra and see how it holds up, how it compares to the Isle of Armor, and most importantly, if these trees are back, thank goodness. Accessing the Crown Tundra is the same as with the Isle of Armor. Ticket magically appears, we make our way to Wedgehurst train station, show them our pass, and off we go to the Crown Tundra. First glance, I must say the Crown Tundra looks amazing. There are still some issues with the finer detail of things like, say it with me, this tree. I know you didn't say it. However, when it comes to the overall landscape, wow does it look nice, especially once you start climbing up higher in the map. The view of the whole area looks lovely.
My goodness, it looks like I'm playing on the PS5. Oh.
I don't know what it is, but there is something about Pokemon and snow areas that are always nice, whether it's the music playing in the background or how lovely things look. And not to worry, because you can indeed walk with Pokemon in the Crown Tundra, just like you were able to in the Isle of Armor, and you get access to it pretty quickly, but it's still not perfect. Now, upon arrival at the Crown Tundra, we are immediately introduced to the main character in the area, Peony, talking to his daughter about the dangers of playing Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon.
Okay, real talk. Can we cut the music real quick? Because I'd like to take a moment of silence for the 8.89 million people who bought the wrong Pokemon game. Okay, that's long enough.
Anyways, you get dragged into their conversation, and it seems like Peony just wants to spend some time with his daughter, but she just wants to explore a place known as the Max Raid Caves. Wait, choose a side? Whose side do I take?
People of the jury, randomly in my room. Yes, we the people of this jury, randomly in your room, believe that Peony should let his daughter go into the Max Raid Caves, just so that she can experience what it's like to go up against the Zygarde, try and defeat it, and then at the very last second, when you think you won, have it use its power construct ability so that it gains its HP and then demolishes the team, losing all the chances of not only catching the legendary, but not even finding the shiny legendary in the first place.
Yeah, their little disagreement will eventually lead us to learning about a big feature added to the DLC, the Max Raid Caves, and honestly, this might be the main reason I enjoyed this DLC. The Max Raid Caves are a place where you can go explore through a cave system full of Dynamaxx Pokemon that you can catch, with the inclusion of legendary Pokemon. The whole idea is that you and a group of friends, or useless bots, I swear, decide on a path to take in order to reach the legendary at the end. You start out by choosing one of 3 random Pokemon offered to you to take on your journey through the caves. From there on, you decide on which path to take, and each path will show you one of the Dynamaxx Pokemon's typings, and you must choose wisely on where to go. Some paths will consist of Pokemon that could be useful when it comes to confronting the final boss, and some paths will have helpful perks like berries to heal your Pokemon, trainers who will offer items, and scientists who will offer you another random Pokemon if you don't like what you currently have. Then it just comes down to defeating all the Dynamaxx Pokemon that confront you. You can catch all the Pokemon you defeat, including the legendary, but you're only allowed to keep one. However, I do recommend catching all of them, especially if you have the shiny charm item, because in defeating all the Dynamaxx Pokemon, including the legendary, there is a high chance one of those Pokemon may end up being a shiny, including the legendary. However, do be careful, because if you keep a legendary, you are going to confront it again, but you won't be able to catch it next time. Overall, I really like the Max Raid Caves. Honestly, one of the reasons is because of the chances of finding a shiny, which to this day, I still haven't caught one. But it's also just a really enjoyable time to be had. It takes the raid battle concept and just goes further with it by turning it into a Battle Factory style raid battle. It was even more enjoyable when I got to play this with friends. So yeah, the Max Raid Caves are truly a fun time to be had, especially for those who enjoyed the raid battles in the wild area. My only criticism is that when you go up against a legendary, it doesn't play the legendary theme, which is a bit disappointing. But honestly, it's such a minor complaint, it's still fun as heck. Now, if you aren't down for some Dynamaxx action, or you don't have friends...
What? Why'd you cut to me? This isn't part of the script.
Not to worry, because we still have the entire Crown Tundra to explore. Similar to the Isle of Armor, you are free to go and explore as you please, and even if you are following the story, it keeps things quite open for you to explore in whatever way you'd like, whether it's looking to catch all the returning Pokemon or helping Peony discover the mysteries of the area. Now, I didn't really tackle the Crown Tundra story because 1, no major story spoilers, but 2, the Crown Tundra doesn't feel as story-driven as the Isle of Armor. Not to say that there is no plot, as things do get interesting later on, but the main objective truly is just to learn about the legendary Pokemon in the area and report them to Peony. However, this DLC did bring in some new legendary Pokemon. We've got the Kanto birds with new Galarian forms, 2 new Reggies, and of course, the mysterious legendary. And they do make it like an expedition, as they give you clues on what to look for in order to encounter them. And I've got to say, Peony, my man.
You, sir, are the greatest artist who ever lived!
And that's the Crown Tundra. Expectations were somewhat high for this part of the DLC from me, and I felt satisfied with what we got. Where the Isle of Armor was just focusing on its plot and training, the Crown Tundra definitely felt like it was more focused in the direction of exploring as you please. There are barely any trainer battles in this whole area, just a lot of wild Pokemon and plenty of Dynamaxx action to be had. But now comes the big question. After seeing what the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra both provided, was DLC the right idea for this Pokemon game? And my answer has to be yes. I touched upon this on the Isle of Armor review, where I felt that DLC was a much better idea as it provided us with not only more content for the games, but a look at improvements to the games, whether it was in terms of graphics or with added features and mechanics, and all while not even having to pay full price for yet another Pokemon game. And now that we have the Crown Tundra, I definitely stand by my opinion. Where Sword and Shield at first was lacking, it now has resolved a lot of those issues it had. And with the large success of the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, I'm pretty sure Game Freak's gonna want to stick around with this idea of DLC. And to be honest, I'm all for it, as long as it's not terrible and, you know, they fix these trees.
So there you go, the Crown Tundra. It was a pretty fun experience, actually. I mean, from the Max Raid Caves, from finding the legendaries and seeing that none of them were shiny, not salty, to the whole plot with the new legendary Pokemon and the Galarian forms, I thought it was all pretty fun and enjoyable. I mean, it was a great experience. Both the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra provided such a fun experience that actually brought me back to playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, and that itself I think is a success for the DLC. You know, it's kind of bittersweet because we've been through quite a journey from Sword and Shield in the beginning to the DLC of Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. It's been a fun experience and it's all kind of coming to an end. It is kind of sad because it means the end of the tree jokes. What am I supposed to make fun of now?